What's up, Amazon sellers? Recently, I've been using SaaS very heavily in my Amazon USA business, and it has been one of the greatest tools that I have used to help me answer the question, how can you make sure a product is profitable? In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can know if you're making a profit from your products using Seller AMP or SaaS. Stay tuned, we'll go through everything live on the screen share today. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. Recently in the UK, we have smashed the £1 million mark in the last 12 months. And in addition to that, I've also started selling on Amazon USA, where we've been doing it now for, I think it's at least 5 months. So super excited about that in the new marketplace. Hence why I'm recording this video about SaaS today to share what I've learned using this great tool. So enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? First thing first, number one, I'm going to talk about what is SaaS. Number two, I'm going to talk about what is profit margin and ROI, which are super important for understanding actually how much profit you're making. And then number three, how to know if a product is profitable or the profitability of a product using SaaS. So let's get started. Right, first things first, number one, what is SaaS? Well, look, let me first give you a quick definition of SaaS or Seller AMP before I show you how to actually use this product to understand your profitability. Now, Sourcing Analysis Simplified, or SaaS, or say Seller AMP, some people call it as well as part of the name of the company, is a sourcing software where it helps you to analyze a product's profitability by calculating the profit through the cost of goods and obviously giving you the ROI and lots of other details as well, such as like bestseller rank, keeper charts, eligibility to sell, hazmat, etc., etc. There's so much in there. Now, SaaS is very, super handy for Amazon FBA sellers, particularly those who buy products, we say, online, or also from retail stores as well, in-store, because it's got a great little app as well that you can use on your mobile to then resell on Amazon. Now, in my Amazon business, SaaS is one of the tools that I personally use and also my team use to calculate the profitability of the products that we are sourcing to resell on. And what I will do also as well, I'll drop a link up here to a guide that I created previously about how to use SaaS if you want to know about that. But now, before I go through discussing how to check if you're really making a profit in your Amazon business, what I'm going to discuss with you is first of all the definition of what ROI is and profit margin, since these are two important things that people are always talking about in their conversations, and I think we need to understand it before we jump into SaaS and doing profitability calculations with the SaaS tool. Quick question for you guys. Obviously, sourcing for products to sell or resell on Amazon is quite a lot of work and it takes time. But the real question we want to know is, how do you make sure that you know your products are profitable for obviously when you buy them, ready to resell? Let me know in the comments down below. How do you know that the products you're buying are going to be profitable when you resell them on Amazon? Now that leads me nicely onto chapter 2, what is profit margin? Now look, there are a lot of misconceptions between ROI and profit margin, and some sellers find these two hard to distinguish between the difference. So first things first, let's define what each of them are before we go into the differences and obviously explain them to you. So first things first, ROI is how much you earn back from your investment, which we say, while as a percentage of profit. And while profit margin is how much you earn from your sales as a percentage of the revenue. There's something really important there. Now let me jump onto my computer and show the difference between ROI and profit margin in some calculations, and obviously show you how they work out. Okay, so let's do this. Now I'm only going to use this as an example, but it doesn't include, should we say, VAT if you're in the UK, or other kind of taxes. We're just trying to really make this super simple, differentiate the difference between ROI and profit margin to make you understand, or to allow you to understand. So imagine we got this. Imagine you're buying a product and the cost of goods, the cost of the product is £5. Now imagine the selling price of that product is £15. Now imagine that there are fees on the sales of that product of about £3. So what you're going to get is you're going to get your sales proceeds. This is what Amazon pays you back from the sale price minus their additional fees. That's going to be £12. Now, let's say, for example, there's also a prep cost in there and a ship to Amazon cost of £1 as well. So let's kind of go through now. So how do we compute our ROI? Well, first of all, let's get the profit by adding all the expenses together, such as the cost of goods and the additional fees, such as prep and ship costs. So the sum will be deducted from the selling price. So let's just do that now. Profit equals £15, remember that's what it's sold for, minus 3, which is the fees from Amazon. Then we minus 5, which is the cost of goods, and then we minus the £1, which is the prep and the ship to Amazon cost. So what we'll be left with? Well, we're left with £6. So buy something for 5, sell it for 15, we make £6 profit after all fees and all costs. Now to get the ROI, what we do is we divide the profit into the cost of goods, which is £5. So we divide the £6 profit divided by the cost of goods, £5, and that will give us an ROI in this example of 120%. So that means we're making 120% return on our investment. Our investment is £5 and our return is 6. Fantastic, I like that. Now, how do we compute for margin? Well, simply put, what we do is we divide the profit, the £6, by the selling price, £15. For this example, we're going to divide the 6 by the 15, which is going to generate a 40% profit margin. So you can see there, both of them use the profits, but one uses the revenue and the other one uses the initial cost of goods, i.e. the investment. Now, always remember these two things and to avoid confusion. ROI again is profit divided by cost of goods. Profit margin is the profit divided by the selling price. Now we're talking about ROI, profit margin, and these are super important things. Why? Because whenever you're looking for deals, looking for leads, you've got to be doing a lot of analysis. You've got to be understanding, actually, is it meeting my criteria of profit margin and ROI? And hey, my God, that's not only it. There's so much more you want to be looking at. You want to be looking at like sales rank. You want to be looking at competition. You want to be looking at Amazon. You want to be looking at selling history. And that is a lot of stuff to think about. Now, if you are interested, or maybe even right now you're struggling for time, for leads, and you just want to build this Amazon business and not have to worry about spending 8 hours a day sourcing to find 5 or 6 deals a day. It's hard work. If that is you and you want to speed up your Amazon business and hey, grow that revenue a lot quicker, check out FastTrackFBA Leads. I'll drop a link down below, but quite simply, this is a service I created whereby we have a team of VAs sourcing the USA and the UK 7 days a week. What we're doing quite simply is every single deal, not some, but every single deal we find, we put onto our website. You can come in, you can review every single deal, looking at these ROIs, looking at the sales ranks, everything I just talked about, and you get to pick and choose the deals you like. We don't send you the deals that you don't want, you only choose the deals that you want. You can unlock them, jump to the seller or the supplier, should we say, buy the products, then ship it to Amazon and make those sales. My team are sourcing all the time. It's a complete game changer in the way sourcing for leads looks like, and it's going to save you time and grow your Amazon business. Check it out, have a look down below. FastTrackFBA Leads, I think you're going to love it. Now look, it's important to know if when you're sourcing, if a product is profitable or not. And by doing this, you're going to make sure that when you invest that money into the right products, you're now going to get the right reward because obviously, you know, they're profitable. Now using SaaS and their offers, they've got features that break down all the costs and fees associated with the product by analyzing it in the calculator. And to show you this, what I'm going to do is jump on the computer now, share my screen with you, and obviously we can go through this and obviously show you how it all works. So let's jump on the computer right now. Okay, so here I am. I've just loaded up a product. I love Lego. My God, I think I started selling Lego. My first, one of the early things that really got me into Amazon selling, like one of the big products. Now, quite simply, when you come up to a product, and I've just loaded up here, you've got this SaaS toolbar on the right-hand side. And I absolutely love it. And you can move it around. You can kind of go like right-hand side, left-hand side. You can even float it. But for me, I like it on the left. It makes it a lot easier. Now, quite simply, when you're looking at things, I'll kind of go through. Right now, I'm not logged in. And the reason is on this computer, I don't have my Seller Central account, but obviously you do want to be logged in. It has things here like the alerts. It tells you like IP analysis, etc. I really love that. It's about protecting your account. But the question we're here today is about understanding profitability. So let's go through that. So quite simply here, you can see this product. This is a Back to the Future Lego. God, love Back to the Future. So cost price, I can get this product now for $180, which is fantastic. And it's selling right now for $264. So quite simply, you can see here, I'm going to be making $38.09 profit. So quite nice. I like nearly $40 profit, that's good. But my ROI is down to 21.16. So not high. Generally, I'd like to try and do about 30, and I want to try and keep it to 40 if I can. But I do like that profit. So really, really good there. Now, if we kind of scroll down, what you can see here is it's got lots of analysis like alerts. It tells you a bit more about that. It tells you about all the stock, and I do love how they like cumulatively add up the stock there, so super helpful. And also the people they're selling at, what my profit would be if I sold it at their price. That's super helpful. Now, if you kind of scroll down, and obviously remember we're looking at profit and ROI. What we're really looking at are profit, ROI, and margin. You can see here, for me selling at buying for 180, selling for 264. And remember, I've got fees in here as well. We're going to be able to make an ROI of 21.61, and that's one of the criteria I look at is ROI. I'm quite an ROI person, more than margin. But if you do want to know, my profit margin will be 14.42. So, and that's really useful to know if maybe you're a seller who really likes, we say, looking at profit instead. Now, they give you the breakdown of the total fees, so you can see all the fee information, and that's super helpful. Now, I'm not going to go into huge amounts of detail here, but I do really love this tool. You can do like discounts, you can kind of add products to your inventories. It tracks previous searches that you've done, and they've recently added in new keeper charts, not only nice and small here, but you can actually blow them up into a nice big chart, which is fantastic. So it saves you having to do, say, having a separate subscription to Keeper. I still do love having Keeper. Maybe if you're getting started, you want to try, this is absolute game changing, and it just really helps you out understanding, learning to read about Keeper charts, etc., etc. Now, I do love this tool. We do use it quite heavily in our USA business, and my team use it, and we find it's really useful, and it just helps speed up our sourcing. As they say, sourcing analysis simplified, aka SaaS. But that is how, using SaaS, you can work out ROI and profit margin. And obviously, that is right down here. You can see it. Super simple, super easy to understand to make sure you're making profits. Now, what I will say is SaaS has got two subscription plans. One is the basic, which is about $17, and then you've got the unlimited package, which is $23. Now, the difference between the two is basically, number one, the number of users, but also as well, the number of scans you can do. Now, the $23 package does unlimited scans, and the cheaper one, which is about $17, only has 1,000 scans per month. Long story short, go for the unlimited. You should be doing more than 1,000 scans. That's like 1,000 ASINs you can load up, and you can obviously check the products. Top tip for you is not only is this like a Chrome extension for your computer, you can also get it on your phone and go out into the retail stores and scan, and it does exactly the same thing. Really handy, and I know a lot of people who do that, and it's super helpful. It even does something like where, like, if you're going into retail stores, it'll save it on a map so that you can load up a map and see where you scan the products. Like, it's absolutely amazing. So absolutely love that. Now, if you do want to know more about SaaS, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a link below to about their detailed subscription plan, so you can see that and check it out. And remember, I've got that free trial down below. Check that out. I think it's going to help you as well. Now, what I will say is SaaS is a great tool, and I do love it for sourcing. And what I will do is I will drop a link around here, or a link to a video that I created about my honest review of SaaS or Seller AMP and how I found it, well, obviously getting started with it. So check that out. I think you're going to like it. But hey, if you've liked this video, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. But from me, Thomas Parkinson, and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.